What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse ranch, no hate. Now, I want to bring up something real quick because I don't know what the hell's been going on, this weekend, but there's a whole lot of he said, she said stuff, and people are saying certain things didn't happen that did happen. Um, Let me play this clip for you guys real quick.
Let me ask you this too, Canelo. I spoke to Errol Spence last week and even prior, and he's serious about wanting a fight with you. And he feels Canelo versus Spence, 120,000 people in AT&T Stadium. Is that a fight that you're interested in, that you want to pursue, and do you think that can happen?
No, pues obviamente es una pelea interesante. Errol Spence es un gran peleador. Obviamente si quiere subir de peso, pues, ¿por qué no? Se podría hacer esa pelea. Si se siente muy seguro de eso, pues podría pasar. Es una pelea grande.
Well, obviously, it's a very interesting fight. If Errol Spence is a great fighter, and obviously if he wants to go up in weight, then that would be a big fight.
So it couldn't happen at 160. You can't. That's not a fight that you think would be big enough for you to be able to move down to 160. It would have to be at 168.
No, en peso medio todavía podemos hacerlo y claro que sí, podríamos pelear en la 160.
Middleweight, yeah, that's something that we can still do. So yes, we could go down to 160.
Now, this is the video, and see, this is what I mean about people. I never heard Canelo say that. He never said he was going to 160. Again, so I just sit here and make this shit up because I don't have nothing better to do with my time like a whole lot of these other content creators. Look, you guys grow up. Grow the fuck up. Here's the reality of it, okay, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think Canelo Alvarez is afraid of Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford fans are saying he's scared of him because he remembers what Floyd did to him, so he knows he's going to have a problem with a slick boxer like Terence Crawford. Only Canelo knows what's going through his head in that sense, okay? But at the same time, personally, I think he beats Crawford. I think he beats Errol Spence at 168 pounds. But at the same time, yes, it's a fact that he said, you just heard it, okay? No, we can do the fight at 160 pounds. That could happen. I told you guys before. Y'all keep talking about how small Canelo is and he's going up to 170. No, Canelo's not a small guy. He's not a small guy. Okay, he rehydrates and he's the same size or even heavier than a lot of his opponents, okay? It's not about if he can make 160 pounds. It's if he wants to make 160. That's all. So, yes, he did say that, but that he'd fight Errol Spence at 160 pounds. That's a fight that they could actually make happen. But when it came to Terence Crawford, he's not interested in fighting Terence Crawford. I don't think it's because he's afraid of him. He has said, if he beats Crawford, then what? Then what? Right? He's supposed to beat him, right? Here's a guy coming up 21 pounds. Regardless of all of that, it's not a fight that I even care about. So now what's happening is people are saying that he's ducking Terence Crawford. How are you ducking someone that's 21 pounds lighter than you? Meaning they're not even in your fucking weight class. So how are you ducking that person? So, I mean, and let's not get it twisted. If the fight was to happen, I'd be pulling for Crawford. Even though I don't think he wins. Okay? But point is, he's not even in Canelo's weight division. Okay, the same way he's saying, people are saying that Canelo's ducking Crawford, even though they're not in the same weight class. Well, you know what? Jerron Boots Ennis and his fan base can say Crawford's ducking him because they are in the same weight class. You don't have to go up or down. You're already at 147, so why not fight Jerron Boots Ennis? I told you guys, Crawford is in a position, same mindset that Jamel Charlo has. I want nothing but big fights. Okay? Crawford is just in a much better position right now than Jamel is because he went in against Canelo and you see what happened. Crawford won his last fight and he dominated. So he's in a position of people wanting to see him up against another top guy. So he's trying to pick and choose who. Like, I want to go straight to the champs. I don't want those banana peel fights. So trust me, the same way he made effort to call out Canelo, right? Canelo didn't call him out. He's making no effort to call out Jaron Ennis because Jaron Ennis is high risk, low reward. I don't care how much of a Crawford fan you is or whatever. This is just the reality of fighters. When they get to a certain financial bracket, they get to a certain status. You don't want to fight down anymore. Not saying Jaron Boots Ennis is down in terms of his skill level, business-wise. That's what this comes down to. It's simple. Simple. So, you can't sit here and say, oh, Canelo is ducking Terrence Crawford, who's not even in his weight class, but then not say that Crawford, like he's not, that to say that he's not ducking Jaron Ennis and they're in the same weight class. That's hypocritical and it's stupid. So I feel like, and then see, I post stuff in the community section, and I think a lot of people can't fucking read because you post something and you word it and they read it and still wind up making a dumbass comment like you still don't even know what the fuck the purpose of what I just said, do you? Okay, and let me also clear something up to put this out there so people can understand this. I go on a particular boxing website. Those websites will put, like, whether it's a pound for pound list from a certain period of time, whether it's how many champions a person has faced and beaten and all that type of stuff, okay? Just so you guys know, when you see this stuff posted in the community section and you see how many champions, I don't make those. This is not something I'm sitting here making. These are already things that's up on the websites that I screenshot and put up. That's all I do. I don't fucking sit here and make it up. Now, if I myself was to type something, I would tell you that. So, like example, one of the family, and salute to you, asked me in the community section, because on Tank Davis's, it was Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and I forget who else. One other person. I think Devin Haney. Devin Haney. It was those three. As how many champions that each guy has beaten. Tank is at 8. Haney's at 5. Shakur's at 2. So one of the family had asked me, was Rolly Romero a champion when he fought against Tank? Because they got Rolly Romero's name up there. Now, the list, no, he wasn't, which I explained, but he wasn't. I'm explaining this so people know when they see that up there, that this is what's up there, but this is how this goes. When they talk about champions beaten, that doesn't mean everybody that they beat was a champion when they beat them. They was either a champion when they beat them, okay, so they beat that person and took that belt, or they were a champion at one point, so they are still a former champion. Or they became a champion even after they fought that person. Okay? So, yes, that's how that list is compiled. So when you see a guy beat all these, that doesn't mean they were actually a champion at the time. So basically, that's the whole point. When you look at the list, that's how, when they say the title is prestigious, right? Is everybody the heavyweight champion of the world or the WBC at the same time? No, you got one champion holding that belt, okay? And all the multiple belts, one person is holding them. So if they're undisputed or unified, that's the only way that's happening. But it's one person, okay? So that's how that list goes, all right? So just so everybody watching this knows that that's how that list goes. No, Roddy wasn't a champion at the time that he fought Tank, and the way he got that belt was, due to the referee. Tony Weeks pulled some weak ass shit and stopped the fight from a guy who was actually fighting back. But anyway, and wasn't even hurt. But that's how that goes. Next thing I want to address, I saw several videos. And I don't know who sparked the question first, and then other people maybe just followed that bandwagon, but I've seen several videos asking, where is Dillian White? Has anybody seen Dillian White? I got a better question. Where's Deontay Wilder? Because the last thing we heard about Dillian White was he failed the drug test and then he just went AWOL. Last time I saw Dillian White, he was coming to somebody's fight, went to the dressing room, and that's the last time I saw him, and then the last thing I heard of him was him saying he was innocent. He doesn't know what they found in the system, but he's innocent. So my guess is he's just being quiet. He's shutting up about it. He's not even going to talk about it. That time will pass. People will forget about it. Next time you hear something will be him making his return to the ring. Notice how we haven't heard any verdict about anything, whether it was Conor Ben, as far as, okay, were they actually found innocent or no? Whether it's Hannah Gabriels, whether it's Alicia Baumgartner, whether it's Dillian White, Robert Helenius, we haven't heard nothing otherwise, other than they popped dirty. Okay, so it looks to me like we're losing money. We need these people in the ring. Who knows, man? Why I asked where's Wilder? It's real simple. Wilder claims he wants to fight 3-4 times a year. He wants to fight Anthony Joshua. Everywhere you go, the person they want to see him fight the most is Anthony Joshua. Anybody can get it. All they got to do, you know what I'm saying, send that contract. But every time he gets a contract or there's any type of talk, something just doesn't happen. He won a title eliminator against Robert Helenius, a journeyman, yes. And he basically sparked him out in one round, disappeared again. And I told you, when he made those videos to Andy Ruiz talking about stop letting your people hold you back over there and all that, talking about you want this fight, send the no. It's just talk to stay relevant, to keep your face being seen. You won a title eliminator. Andy Ruiz, he won both his title eliminators. Okay? Y'all both PBC. What do we always say? It's much easier to make a fight when both fighters are in-house. You won a title eliminator, but yet the money's not right. This is where I say boxing needs structure. Deontay Wilder himself has said that. But he's contributing to the non-structure. Why? Because you don't think Andy Ruiz, who's a former champion himself, okay, he's worth the money that he's asking for? So you want to give him crumbs the way Tyson Fury tried to give people crumbs. I just don't think he just wants the fight, period. I think that he's hoping that somehow people speak and say, hey, like he always say, I'm the excitement. Boxing is boring without me, right? That's what he say. The heavyweight division need me. Well, that's what he's hoping, in my opinion, that somehow they say, yo, you and Usyk. He don't want to dance with Fury anymore. There's no need. We already know how it's going to go. And that would be super embarrassing in his career. I mean, already, you was gifted a draw, got beat twice. Okay? Fired people, made the whole water, the poison water, even though, you know what's so funny? Because we talk about people failing tests, but you know how Wilder says somebody put something in his water, but notice that his sample came back negative. Nothing was in his system. But you know how stupid people try to pretend like they don't remember that part. No. So his water was poisoned, but yet nothing showed up in the system. So I guess the commission that tested him, they were all on the payroll. Yeah, they're hiding information. All these damn excuses. Even to end up saying Fury cheated not only in the first two, but also the third fight as well. Well, I said the same thing about the about the second fight. Don't sit here and say I ain't gonna make no excuses. You know the better man won, I ain't make no excuse, but then talk about the costumes. I mean, it was so many ridiculous excuses. You went through all of that, told Fury you don't respect him, wouldn't shake his hand. Then the next night, went on Twitter and then saluted Fury. Just to come back out and then say Fury's a cheater. I never respect him, he's a cheater. I'm gonna go to my grave knowing he cheated. Went through all these allegations. Said you had proof, had no proof, came back, got knocked out by one punch in the 10th round, whatever it was, of your third fight with him. Then still held on to those allegations, and anytime somebody brought up, you couldn't wait to answer, and said you're going to your grave knowing that that man cheated. And then you also said that, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, 11 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago, 13 weeks ago, 14 weeks ago, 15 weeks ago, 16 weeks ago, 17 weeks ago, 18 weeks ago, 19 weeks ago, 20 weeks ago, 21 weeks ago, 22 weeks ago, 23 weeks ago, 24 weeks ago, 25 weeks ago, 26 weeks ago, 27 weeks ago, 28 weeks ago, 29 weeks ago, 30 weeks ago, 31 weeks ago, 32 weeks ago, 33 weeks ago, 34 weeks ago, 35 weeks ago, 36 weeks ago, 37 weeks ago, 38 weeks ago, 39 weeks ago, 40 weeks ago, 41 weeks ago, 42 weeks ago, 43 weeks ago, 44 weeks ago, 45 weeks ago, 46 weeks ago, 47 weeks ago, 48 weeks ago, 49 weeks a the reason you hugged him in Saudi was because you was happy to see everybody and you came there to do business. So he yells bomb squad and you walk over there and hug that man, smiling. You initiated the hug, not Fury. But Fury's a big ball-headed sucker too, because he allowed you to hug him after you accused him of cheating. Then you come back, get on social media, do a video and say he's a cheater, you don't respect him, you can't stand him, but you went over there and hugged him. So why would you be happy to see somebody you can't stand? So where's Wilder? Y'all ask where everybody else is. Y'all want to know what's happening next with AJ, what's happening next for Usyk, what's happening next for whoever. But it's Wilder just gets a pass. He don't have to fight anybody. He can just sit, keep waiting, punching his little foam sticks with Malik Scott. And pretty much, it doesn't matter if he fights or not. So what's he going to do? Come back, fight another journeyman, maybe knock him out too, then disappear for another 2 fucking years? Where's Wilder is a better example, is a better question. We already seen Dillian White hopping in the ring, getting smacked around, and not living up to all the talk that he was doing about beating Fury and making this big thing, chasing Fury for this shot. You understand what I'm saying? And all he did was manage to run in there and stay in front of him just to get knocked out. But at the same time, right, at least the dude was fighting. Wilder's the one who basically, ever since the Fury situation, he's fought nobody but Robert Helenius. That's a better question. Where's Wilder? When is Wilder going to fight and against who? Now, is he going to finally fight Andy Ruiz? And I don't care if he knocks Andy Ruiz out. Do it. That's the whole point. Take another guy that's in the same seat as you, knock him out, show he still can't handle my power either. Yeah, I'm just the right hand, but guess what? He couldn't take it. Show it. Do it. Go do it. And guess what? If it's as easy as you say, then you shouldn't have these long layoffs. That means you should go in there and make quick work of Ruiz, like you talking about 2 or 3 rounds, you'll knock him out. Go knock him out then. You didn't take no punishment, right? Jump right back in there 3 months later. Whatever. Let's stop playing the games of acting like you want to fight, but then you don't. And that's not just a Wilder thing. That's any of these fighters that keep saying they want to fight. Staying sharp, staying busy. Okay? It's better than not fighting at all. Unless you just going to come back and fight journeyman. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. There's no fucking way that you should feel comfortable sitting back losing money. Because as long as you're not fighting, you're not making no money. So whatever you're doing outside of boxing, that's all good or whatever. But I don't know how y'all actually keep making these claims about being the best and wanting to prove that you're one of the best or still the best or whatever. But you don't want to get in the ring and fight. So that's my question. Where's Wilder? And what's next for Wilder? I don't know. Like I said, the heavyweight division right now is just a mess. It's dead. It's dull. And the problem is the guys who are not getting the recognition or not in that seat of popularity right now. They're fighting, but nobody really cares. And right now, I would say the one guy who's fighting that's on the come up, that's, he's getting a little buzz is Jared Anderson. Frank Sanchez still not, look, man, these guys, they need to fight, man. They need to fight. And my thing is, if you can fight a journeyman, knowing damn well, okay, if you think you'll knock out Anthony Joshua in 2 or 3 rounds, then you know that you'll knock out a journeyman. You should know, right? Yeah, you definitely should have that same confidence you'll knock a journeyman out, right? So, the bottom line is, if Jared Anderson is easy to beat, Dillian White's easy to beat, Frank Sanchez is easy to beat, fight these guys then. Because in terms of resume, I don't care how much you talk about put some respect on champ name. Champ of what? Champ of what? Then you want to question somebody else's resume Wilder has the weakest fucking resume out of every fucking heavyweight champion that we've had that's considered a top guy. One elite name on his whole record, and he lost all 3 times and was gifted a draw, basically, in one of the fights, okay? But lost all 3 times, in my opinion, okay? Simple. Well, as a fact, he got knocked the fuck out, so it's not even an opinion, okay? Got beat up so bad in the second fight, Mark Breland said, nah, let me go save this boy. First fight, as far as I'm concerned, lost that fight. But he got gifted a draw. No problem. But that's the only elite name on your record. Berman Stavern is no different from fucking Charles Martin. Luis Oldman Ortiz comes in there and basically he's the boogeyman. Nobody wants to fight him. Nobody fucking knows him. He got more popular for getting knocked out by you than anything that he's ever done in the ring. Even beating up your trainer, Malik Scott. So, yeah, put respect on his name. Now, how about Wilder put respect on his own name and getting there and fight respectable fighters? How about he getting there and mix it up and do the things he claims he wants to do? So, when the fight's not happening, whose fault is it? Because somebody don't want to take crumbs, that means we can't have the fight. No. That's something you got to live with. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, we know what happened with Dillian White. So, I don't even know why that question is being asked. But, hey, it is what it is. Anyway, never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.